Evening, everybody.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's get going. Sit up. Jog it. Take on. Raise your right hand and recite the tenets. Shijok, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. And now the oath. Shijok, I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect the instructor and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I shall be a champion of freedom and justice. I shall build a more peaceful world. Bottom. Before we get started today, I want everybody to open up either this book or this book or this book to their current grade. So make sure you've got your syllabus handbook with you. Open it up. If you've got this book here, you'll want the back 2 pages. If you've got one of these books, you'll need to open it up to your current grades page. Something like this. Okay, so go and grab that. I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay, what I want you to do with this book is to open it up to your current grade and then read through your stances, offensive and defensive techniques. Because the first thing we're going to do today is I'm going to get you after our warm-up to practice your own fundamental movements, and with the camera, I'll give you feedback. So whatever your syllabus techniques are for your grade, read through those. And then during class, you might want to have this page or whatever page it is for your grade open near you so that you can use that when we start getting into it. Yes, Toby and Tiffany, I know you don't have your book with you. It's just as well you remember what all your compulsory techniques are because you're so clever and you train so hard. Okay. On your feet, rotating your wrists. Change direction. And rotating your elbows. Change direction. Arms back. and forwards. And twisting the torso. Left ankle. Come on, Jack, up yet. Change direction. That's it, Jack, you got it. That's a better angle. Remember to take your watch off, though. Change foot. Change direction. Oh, what a good bunch of people we've got tonight. Missed the Marias family on, what day is it today? Monday, must have been Monday. Missed you guys. And hands on knees. And down. And back. Don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to getting back in the dojo in a couple of weeks. And circling outwards. And inwards. Lift your knee nice and high. Try and get a big rotation of the hips. And hips just gently. Change direction. Oh, Zach, you've got a bag up. That's awesome. You'll be able to use that when we start doing our fundamental movements if you want to. Okay, grab yourself a chair. Front rising kicks. 12 each leg. Just get in the habit of keeping that other hand up. And then your side rising kicks. And then go straight back to the rear, looking over the kicking shoulder. Good. Next up, back to front kicks, but this time lifting your leg. 10 slow front kicks. Just up, out, back, down. 10 times. Control it, Tiffany. That's better. Then we can do dolo chagi, turning kick. Lift your leg up and then out and back slowly. Do 15 of these. Try not to lean your body too far. Watch your foot angle, slightly downwards. Good range of motion. Keep the knee up the whole time. Miss McLean, just keep your knee up. That's it. Tiffany, put that down and do your kicks. Good. Okay, a couple of you just finishing off. That's good. Okay, now extend your turning kick and then just do 20 little dips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then the other leg. Good. Excellent. Now 15 slow yop chagi. Remember the difference. Turning kick is a snapping action. Side piercing kick is a stamping action. So 15 slow side piercing kicks. Go. Lift, bring it back to your shoulder, extend. Lift the knee. Keep the knee as high as you can. And then your side kick dips. 30 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Straighten that leg out, Zach. Once you're done, grab a quick drink, get rid of your chair. Okay, now we're getting into those fundamental movements from your book. So get in mind 3 or 4 of the most difficult fundamental movements for your grade, and particularly focusing at the moment on your hand techniques. We'll get onto the kicks later, but the stances and the hand techniques. And what we're going to do, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes for each one, and you're going to do it as a spot technique. So if I'm a white belt and I want to work on my 4-fist punch, my parallel stance, pause, check it each time, and then return. Yellow belts might be, or maybe, twin forearm blocks are a good one to practice. Okay, so choose a movement, and I'll give you 2 minutes, and I'll tell you when to change. During this exercise, I'm going to sit down and watch so that I can give you feedback. So everybody choose the first movement you're going to do. Get ready. Tiffany and Toby, without your book, you're just going to have to do your best. Choose a fundamental movement from your pattern, Tiffany. Think about your pattern and practice something from your pattern. Ready, 2 minutes, go. Seb, focus on the hand techniques first. We'll do kicks later. Jack, From your ready position here, from your hands in front of chest, just cross and open. You're doing quite a big circle. That's it. Cross, open. Hands in front of chest, cross, open. That's it, Jack. Both palms towards you when you cross. Both palms are towards you when you cross, and then you twist both of your wrists. Okay, good. With your wedging block, I can't tell whether it's Alice or Rose on this distance. It's pretty tough, guys. I'm sorry. With the wedging block, relax and open up nice and strong. Okay, it's eye level for your pattern. So relax your shoulders and think about pulling your hands apart. And almost like you're thrusting forward as well. Okay, so you're not trying to go straight across from here. Your body weight's going forward and you're smashing into the block. Okay, cross, block. I'll be with you in a moment, Miss Gibasahari. Oh, thank you, Rose. Okay. Now, where's Madeline gone? Ah, there we go. Palm downward block. Madeline, start with both hands in front of you. You're going to extend the hand that's not doing the block because that's just going to pull back to your hip. The hand that is doing the block from here does a circle and goes down and stops at your solar plexus. Extend it out a little bit. Okay, so from here, start with both hands out, circle, pull back. As I'm dropping down, that's when I pull back. Okay, so I don't start pulling back too soon. Relax, pull back. Relax, pull back. So it goes like I'm going over a ball. And the other hand's pulling back. Good. Tiffany, put that down. Whatever it is, you don't need it for taekwondo training. Isabel, make sure you get your body weight in the middle here. Don't lean too far forward like this. Your body weight's in the middle. It's just your arm extends a little bit further. That's it. Try and keep this hand nice and flat. This forearm nice and flat. Not down like this, keep it flat. And the other one's flat over the top of your head. Do you want to focus on your stances? Zach, longer in your stances. Longer, longer, longer. Yeah, that looks better. Lock that back leg out. Okay, good. Move on to the second one. Move on to the next one. Go. The second movement you want to practice. The second fundamental hand technique. If you run out from your grade, you're welcome to work on something from another grade. Alice and Rose, if you haven't done it already, you can do this one. The straight fingertip thrust. This hand comes over and down to block, and the other one thrusts over the top. So hands start open this way. This hand comes over and down, and this hand thrusts over the top. So you block and then thrust. So this one's thumb points to the top. So you're this way here in your finished position. The challenge is getting your thrusting arm going straight while your blocking hand comes downward. So your timing has to be really good. Good, Zach. Make sure that you bend that front arm a little bit. Oh, you got a mirror in there as well. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's it, Zach. Just keep that wrist straight. Jack, that's good. Just reach the other hand back a little bit. You're coming back to here, Jack, with your guarding block. That back hand's got to come back. So you open your hands out and then block forward. That's it. Open them out. That's it. The front hand, only bring it back to about your badge. Don't bring it right back over your shoulder like this. Just come to here. Isabel, just keep your eyes forward, relax, and you're going to go a little bit higher. So you can just see underneath the cross in your hands. That's it. You want to be able to see just underneath that. Good. Elijah and Madeline, don't rush. Don't rush. Take your time and check each time. Good. Thrusting to the center, Alison Rose. That's it. To the middle. Not off to the side like this. Thrust to your center line. What are you working on there, Seb? I'm not quite sure what you're doing. You got to focus. Palms towards you and then open out and twist both of your hands. Make it work. So imagine someone's coming to grab you, Seb. Cross in front of the middle of your chest. You can't wind up for this. It doesn't work because this hand's got a block as well. It crosses right in front. Cross right in front, Seb. That's it. And open your hands out. Jack, watch for a second, Jack. Watch. Arms back. So this one here is not going back too far, just to here. And reach the other one back. So your hands stay nice. That's it. Oh, yep, that's better. Good. Mariah's family, just remember your 3 count. 1, 2, 3. To get that acceleration. Hands in front of chest, cross, block. Good. Think about what your next one's going to be. Okay, now start on the third one. So Jess and Nate taking one of the fundamental movements from your grade, one of the hand techniques, and practicing that, and then I'm giving you feedback. Okay, away you go. Choose the third one, guys. What's the next one going to be? Choose one of your fundamental movements, Nate, from your pattern. Okay. Elijah and Madeline, couple of things for you. First, to make it easier, go forward for this one rather than side to side. The second thing is you want to make sure that your thrust goes straight. Don't chop. Okay, so from here, this hand's got to go, from here it weaves in and goes straight forward. Coming in towards my center and straight forward. It's a thrust, it's not a chop. That's it, Madeline, looks good. Alison Rose, if you want another one to think about, you can do your back fist, crossing underneath. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or you've also got, crossing on top, your outer forearm side block. Okay, so the first movement in Dosan, you cross on top and go outwards. And then after you do the thrust, you cross underneath and strike outwards using your back fist. So there's 2 more fundamental movements for you. Jack, good. Just make sure you're not too flat with that forearm, okay? Open it up a little bit so you've got that fist gap from your head. And this is just a little bit too flat, elbow too high. Just relax. Imagine that you're going to block something and slide it off your arm rather than block something and having it hit in your head. Okay, so you want to get a little angle. Yeah, that's it, Madeline, looking good. Good, Elijah, just don't get sloppy on the stance. What are we working on here, Zach? Knife hand side strike. Okay, cool. Okay, Zach, watch for a moment. Make sure you cross for your knife hand side strike. Cross. Okay, from your punch, you only use one hand and went like this, and the other hand didn't do anything. We've got to cross and pull back with the other hand. Is that Nate good? Nate, try not to lean forward with this because this gets you a kick in the face. Just bend your knees. Drop down with your torso straight up and down. So Seb, make sure you look at the bad guy. Look at the target. And cross on top. Pull the other hand back to your hip, crossing on top, Seb. That's good. Now watch this side. Yes, that's better. Okay, we're going to do one more. Alison Rose, that's eye level. It's a high strike. Okay, the block is high as well, but you're doing the strike. It's high, it's eye level here, not down at your shoulder. Okay, last one. If you want to repeat one of the three you've already done, you're welcome to do so. Ready, go. Last hand technique. Slow down and use lots of power. Some of you are rushing from one to the other like this. No, don't rush. Take your time. Boom, lots of power. Relax, take your time. Boom, lots of power. Check. Check that your hands and feet are correct. Your hands pull back to your hip, your back legs lock straight if you're in walking stance. Okay, lots of power in each one, then take a little moment between them. Oh, Alice and Rose, just saw your question. A reverse punch is when you're in a right stance and punch with your left hand, or a left stance and punch with your right hand. So in Dosan, this is movement one. You stay in the same stance. I'm on a left walking stance, punching with the right punch. That's a reverse punch. So it's just here. Okay, that's called a reverse punch. So change hands now, Alice, Rose, Alice. So punch for me, but opposite hand and foot. Opposite hand and foot. Yes, that's it. That's a reverse punch. Go, Alice. Okay, come on, Rose. So step forward with your left foot and punch with your right hand. Yes, that's it. That's a reverse punch. Good, Zach. Don't rush. Okay. Isabel, keep going so I can see you. I'm going to give you just watching now. With that one, Isabel, it's quite tricky. You want to circle, okay, to get the movement. So watch my hands. I start palm down, I circle, and then go palm up. My hands don't come behind my hips. Circle this way to get my power. Okay, because if I go behind my hips, my shoulders get tense and I lose power. I lose acceleration and power. So this way. And straight forward to the punch. That's it. Make sure you're going straight forward to punch. Around, relax, straight forward to punch. Good. Just outside your shoulders here. In fact, the same width as your shoulders, but just outside your ribs. So you don't narrow it in like this. You keep it nice and wide for two opponents. Okay, who am I out to? That was obvious, Alice. Yes, that's it. Nate, be careful not to go too wide with this block. Okay, stop in line with your shoulder. So circular blocks, stop here. You've got a real tendency for people to go too wide out here and also to drop their hand down too low. Just stop at your shoulder. But turn your hips. So if I'm not straight this way, I'm opening my body out. Okay, I'm not straight here, I'm opening my body the other way. So that's what gives you that hip motion. Down, up, down, turning my body in the opposite direction. But I still stop just outside my shoulder. And always opposite hand and foot. Nate, always opposite hand and foot. So left foot, right hand. Or right foot, left hand. Okay, and come on. Grab a quick drink. Then we're going to get on to our kicks. If I missed any questions, if anyone has any questions, please ask them either in chat or unmute and ask. If you look down your list in your book and you don't know one of the movements, now's a very good time to ask me. Oh yes, Zach, absolutely. Okay, looks like we're good. Now we're going to get on to our kicks. So think about your basic kicks. Now green stripes, you've only got one new kick in your syllabus. You've got back piercing kick. You can still, of course, practice the side piercing kick, side turning kick, but start with the back piercing kick. Okay, now remember, kicks are designed basically generally for a position of your opponent. Front kick for the front, side kick for the side, back kick for the back, turning kick for an angle, 45 degrees here, reverse turning kick for 45 degrees to the rear. So they're just basically if I'm standing. But generally, we often do our kicks to the front where we are, or when we turn to a half-facing position, this is actually technically my side. One side, here's my other side, okay? So we're gonna rotate our body. So for things like back piercing kick or reverse turning kick, we spin our body, okay? Or vertical kick outwards. For these things, we tend to spin if we're moving towards the front. Okay, choose the first of the kicks you wanna practice. 2 minutes. Again, I'll just give you some feedback. Ready, go. Take your time. Make every kick strong so I can give you good feedback. So good, strong kicks. Good. What I found the biggest challenge with front kick is making sure that your power goes forwards, not upwards. Okay? So you're going to lift your knee nice and high and imagine your power is going in forwards. So picture that going forward rather than upward. Make sure also that you're pushing your foot back, pushing your foot forward and pulling your toes back. Okay, you don't want to kick like this. You want to kick here, like this. Ball of foot. Okay, so what's that foot position? Okay, Madeline. Good. With this one, when we lift our knee up, we lift our knee to here. We don't want to lift our knee to here because then it's got to circle all the way back to do my back kick. I'm going to lift my foot up and my knee underneath me here so it can go straight back. Okay, that's it. So I'm only from here, I'm going to lift my knee to here and then straight back. Nice. Okay. Nate, good. Slow it down and work on this bit. That snapping outwards. That's it. So coming from here, circle around, snap out, and turn your upper body in the opposite direction. Tiffany, you can work on back piercing kick. Nice, Zach. With this kick, make sure you're pivoting that supporting foot. You're doing it with your supporting foot pointing this way, so I can't open my hips and get power. That's better. Turn that supporting foot facing behind you. Much better. What do we got, Isabel? Good. Now, Isabel, relax. Think happy thoughts and pixie dust. Relax and be happy. And then you can just lift yourself up in the air and float. And then, boom, pop your front kick out. So you want to jump up and then kick. Don't jump kick. Jump and then kick when you're in the air. So it's timing. That's better. That's better. Good. Now, Alison Rose, with your back kick, just lean a little bit before you kick, not as you kick. So if I go from here and then lean as I kick, my foot's going to rise up a little bit. So lean when you're loading. Lean here. And then, boom, straight back. So lean as you tuck yourself up into a little ball. And then smash straight back this way. Rather than tucking with your body up like this and leaning forward as you kick. Okay, so crouch yourself over when you tuck. So that, Isabel, when you jump up and bring your hands up and keep them here. Rather than jumping and dropping your hands back down again, that drags you back down to the ground. Jump, keep your hands up. That's it. Okay, Kick number 2. Go. Second kick. White belts have got front snap kick and front rising kick. Matthias family, if you want to do turning kicks, if you want to do side piercing kicks, you go for it. Just pick a cool kick you want to practice and practice it. Nice. Alice, good. And Rose, just make sure you keep the guard tight. Good, Rose, it's coming right to the camera. It looks awesome. Keep that guard nice and tight. That's it. Keep the hands up when you kick. Tiffany, pick a kick you need to practice and do it. You have plenty you can work on. Side turning kick, side piercing kick. Elijah, are you okay? So make sure you extend your leg fully, guys. Okay, everyone pause. Pause, look at camera for a moment. I'm seeing a few people that are really trying hard to get their kicks up high and they're not able to extend the kicks or get a good range of motion. So I don't want to see people doing side kicks like this because it does not much like a side kick. You're better off lowering your height down, lifting your knee and really stamping it out at the height of your belt or just above than doing a shoulder height or eye height kick. That's rubbish because you can't get your technique up there. Okay, so get from here, you just want to lift your knee and stamp out. Mate, don't care if it's low. I want the strongest kick you've got. Fully extend your leg. And then retract. So work on technique and balance, not height. Carry on. Extend the kick, particularly your side kicks, your back kicks, your reverse turning kicks, your downward kicks. Extend, extend, extend. Your piercing kicks, you tend to want to pause for a split second. Out, back. Fully extend, then retract. Unlike front snap kick that kind of snaps back. Good. Isabel, for flying turning kick, remember this angle of your supporting foot. When we do turning kick on the ground, we pivot the supporting foot 45 degrees away. Flying turning kick is the same. Land with that supporting foot pointing 45 degrees away. Then your hips will be in the right position to do the kick. Okay, don't try and land with your foot forwards. You've got to land with your foot on that angle. There you go. There we go. Good, Eliza, just hold it out for a split second. Rose, just try and lift that knee a little bit higher, not from here. Try not to do the side kick from here, try and do it from here. Lift, lift, lift. Nate, keep your guard close. Mr. Marias, very nice. Zach, you've got a bag, so you can feel free to do your kicks on your bag, because that is awesome. And come on. One more kick. Last one. You can repeat one of the ones you've already done if you want to continue to work on that. One more kick. Remember, get your knee up for your kicks. Raise your knee. Okay, load your knee appropriately. Because of course for back piercing kick, it's here, not up here. Okay, it's down here. So different kicks have different loads, but for a lot of them, it's about how high you lift your knee first. And also, very importantly, remember the angle of your supporting foot. Side kicks, side turning kicks, side piercing kicks, 75 degrees away. Back piercing kick, the same. Turning kicks, 45 degrees away. You've got to get that angle of your foot so you can get your hips on the right angle. Jack, you've got side piercing kick and side turning kick. Okay? Side turning kick is for yellow stripes. Go. 2 minutes. And so Jack, remember the difference, turning kick is 45 degrees here, side turning kick is all the way around to the side. So the supporting foot is open more. That's it, cool. Turning kick, your body's closed up a little bit. Side turning kick, you're opening your body, extending out your kick a bit more. So you get more distance with the side turning kick. Of course, turning kick is designed here, 45 degrees. Side turning kick is designed directly to the side. So my chest's a bit more open. Okay, keep it up, keep it up. Remember to take your time. Get your hands tight. Load your knee correctly. And turn your supporting foot correctly. Madeline and Elijah looking really nice. Good, Alison Rose, lovely. Just try and control that balance, ladies. Try and control your balance. Backhand up helps a lot. Isabel, a nice challenge for you to work on is your tuck. So when you jump up in the air, you load your other leg comes up. Okay, there we go. I should be able to come at you with a noodle and swing it under your feet because your legs are both up in the air nice and high. Seb, you're kicking your garden gnome. What's that? Lean over, kick out at least your belt height. It's all about technique. Lean, that's better. Much better. Keep going, keep going. And come on, let's just finish by blowing the cobwebs. 2 minutes around your training space. Any kicks you like, but make sure you have good stances between each kick. You can, of course, do double kicks, triple kicks, consecutive kicks. After every time, when you put your foot down, you're in a good stance. Ready, go. If you've got the appropriate space, you can fly, work together if you're sharing your space. Lift your knee, keep your knee up. Just move around your space. Try to control your hands. Control your balance. And then increase your power. Just your kick, Zach. Come on, kick, 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 kick the bag. You got 2 minutes on the bag for kicks. Kick the bag, kick the bag. There we go. That's better. Keep it up, Sid. Extend your kicks. Extend. Remember your supporting foot angle. If you're stuck on the ground or flying, your supporting foot angle is the same. You land in the correct foot angle position. 45 seconds left. Control those arms, Seb. Make sure every kick is strong, not just flicking your legs out. Everything's got to be a good, strong kick. Make sure you're breathing. Everything's strong. Extend the kicks. That's better, Seb. Diogo, lift your knee. Lift your knee. Keep it up, keep it up. Got about 10 seconds left. And come on. Okay, grab a drink. Okay, we're going to work for a little bit on your pattern. We're going to start with four direction punch and four direction block just to get everyone's mind in order, thinking about rhythm, thinking about sine wave, thinking about developing power, and then we're going to start practicing your own pattern. Is there anybody here who does not know their own pattern yet? Okay, I think everyone's good. That's great. Cool. Okay, so we'll start with four direction punch and four direction block. The key things I want you to focus on with those is your stance, use of your core, and your power. So we're getting out. So if I start, for example, with four direction punch, I want to be thinking 1, 2, 3, nice and strong, finishing in a good strong stance. Then for my low block, 1, hands in front of chest, 2, pass through my calves, 3, whip it out with my core, using all of my muscles around my hips and abdomen. And from here, 1, 2, 3, really powering into it. So we're going to slow down a little bit, get our crossing right, and really smash our body into the movement. Okay, four direction punch. Ready. Right side. Chi, jump. Follow. And left side. So. Strong. Bottle. Picture every movement working. When you do Sajumaki, picture somebody coming in with their front kick, and you step back and smash. Cut through their leg with your knife hand. You see someone punch, you smash the forearm away. You might be thinking, imagining that you're breaking both of the bones in the forearm. Everything strong. Ready, four direction block. Right side, get our mind on the job. Beat. Shi, jump. What's going on with your feet there, Elijah? Too much time off the game. Finished, all right, that's good. Power. Toby, where's the power? You're just making shapes with your arms. We're not here just making shapes. Smash it out. I want to see power. Oh, Alice, somehow you got the wrong foot forward there. There we go. And bottle. Left side, left foot moving. Really make it work. Power in every movement. Get your whole body involved. Not just making shapes. Ready. Sajumaki, left side. Beat. Toby, beat. Talk. Strong. Oh, Toby, step back first, not forward. Power, power, power. Just watch the length of that walking stance, Zach. You've got a tendency for them to be too short. That's better. And watch that you're not blocking too wide out here, Zach. Just eyes on the camera for a minute. You've got a tendency to block out here. Your block stops here in front of your body. Once you've blocked the attack, the damage is over. You don't have to worry about it. You're not taking it all the way over here. Just boom, stop. Tighten that core up at the moment of impact. And buttle. Okay, one more exercise to get our mind on the job. One pattern below your own pattern. One pattern below your own pattern. Beat. Come on, Tiffany, you don't look ready. Again, thinking stances and power. Okay, I might be here. Everything nice and strong. Use your core. Shijo. Strong, strong, strong. Arms up when you do your intermediate positions, not down by your belt. Keep your arms up so you can really smash into it. Kick out there, Isabel. Smash out those kicks. Imagine you're breaking a couple of boards, smashing through them. You've got to use your whole body. Boom. Come on, Seb, nice and strong. Don't rush. Don't just make shapes for me, Seb. Smash it out. Everything's got to work. Oh, wrong hand there, Seb. You're doing reverse punches. They're obvious and done good. Come on, Jack. You got the focus on? Don't rush, Rose. Alice. Oh, you told me before and I'm still getting it wrong. Okay, if you've finished, if you haven't finished, continue. If you've finished, come back to your ready position and just take a couple of tricky movements in your pattern and practice them. Couple that you thought, oh, I want to get that a little bit better. Might be here. And really trying to get the power in. Feel how to develop power. And come on. Okay, cool. Now your own pattern. Now this is going to be the focus. So we're going to do this one a few times. First time, I want you to do your own pattern without power and slower than normal. So if I'm doing Dangun, I'm going to do it like this. Because I want to be thinking about what I'm doing. A punch is coming here and I'm blocking it with my front knife hand. My backhand is protecting my body. Then I'm doing a high punch. And the same thing, hands in front of chest. I want to feel this motion. I pull back, I'm using my hips, smashing into the movement. So feel how your body works doing these movements. Crossing, here I can use my hips, smash into my block. Okay, so think about all those movements just like I'm doing now. Don't care what your pattern is. If I'm doing Jungun, oh cool, that feels pretty good. Now my front, oh, had to watch my thumb angle, front kick, hands in front, palm up and pull back at the same time. Got to watch the angles of my feet. So just taking times to make little corrections. Through your own pattern, go. This is the first time. Lots of thinking. If you're not sure about something, ask. Feel your body angles. Go, go, go. Don't rush. Feel that this thrust is going into the bad guy. I'm thrusting in. My block works. Feel myself being grabbed. I've got to resist against that grab. And then I'm going to release from it and smack him in the head. Good. Focusing on thinking and improving. Feeling your body understand the movements. Keeping your crossing up in front of your chest. No crossing down by the belt. We don't do crossing down here. Crossing is here. Intermediate positions are usually in front of your chest. Good, keep it up. When you've finished, just relax, return, relax, and find a couple of the tricky movements and try them a couple more times. There might be a couple of movements that you thought, oh, that's a bit tricky. I'm going to try it again. Maybe it was here. 1, 2. 1, 2. Feeling how your body develops power. Tiffany, remember that thrust is to the center, not over here somewhere. Thrust, the person's in front of you. thrust the person in front of you. That's better. Don't chop. That's better, Tiffany. Yes. Good. Okay, Alison Rose, just return and find a couple of tricky movements and redo them. Remember, at the end when you strike, you're looking at the bad guy. Look at your target rather than straight ahead. Okay, I'm going to stop you soon. I'll give you a couple more minutes. With your kicks, make sure you're really smashing those kicks out, getting your whole body involved. So side kicks in Jungun, crossing, smash it out. Breathe, really put your power in. Okay, everyone's through their pattern by the looks? Come on. Now that was your opportunity to think, to self-analyze, to feel how your body should be working in the movements. Now we're going to do the pattern again. This time, pauses between movements, slightly longer than usual, so you can think about how it went. So if I'm doing Dosan, I'd do full power movements, and then I'd think about it. Okay, yeah, that feels okay. Now the next one. And then move on to the next one. Well, yep, okay, that was all right. Here. Really feel the movement. So every movement this time is 100% on the movement, but a slightly longer pause so you can think about whether you got it right, whether you need to change anything. Ready, same pattern, full power, longer pause to think about whether the movement felt right. After this, I'll ask you whether you've got any questions. Ready, your own pattern, to beat. Said, make sure you got your hands up in your intermediate positions. You too, Zach, not from here, up. That's better. Okay, ready, to beat. And she jump. Smash. Pause and check. Smash. Pause and check. Watch your stepping, Seb. Haven't got the right stepping on those first 5 movements yet. Thrust, don't chop in that movement. Movement 6, thrust, don't chop. Eye level, Seb. They're high, those strikes. Eye level. Wrong foot. Seb, come with me. Seb, with me. Back fist was here. My back foot now moves all the way around. That's it. Now punch. Now bring your front foot in a little bit. Not foot to foot, Seb. Come back to here. Come back to the punch. Come back to the punch. Now look at the screen. Look at the screen. No. Left foot forward, change feet. Same hand, change feet. Seb. Change hands now. Same feet, change hands. That's it. Now watch the screen. Back a little bit. Turn around, block. Okay? Back a little bit. Turn around, block. Go. Not back all the way. Okay, we have to keep working on that. Isabel, your top hand there is going a little bit on an upward angle. You want your top hand to come straight out. Now watch my hands for a moment. Just relax, finish your movement. So from here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it comes straight out this way. Hands start in front of my chest, little circle, and then this hand kind of arcs up and then goes straight out. Rather than coming out from here and going upwards, it's going to come up and go out, straight out. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yes, that's it. Lovely. Okay, once you're done, come forward, and if you've got any questions, ask them or type them in. If there's any movements that didn't quite feel right, any movements you're unsure of how they work or what they do, come in. You can either turn your mic off or type them in. Or turn your mic on, rather. Or type them in. So that time we took our time between movements to check whether or not it felt right. The next time, we're just going to go for it. We're going to do the same pattern one more time. We're just going to go for it. No Jessica tonight, Nate?
No, sir.
Oh, you're here though. That's awesome. 1 out of 2 is not bad. Okay, everyone seems to be comfortable. Haven't got any questions? Okay, back up then. We're going to do the same pattern twice, normal speed. So one at a time, of course. Full power, normal speed, and feel it. As you're doing every movement, I want you thinking or imagining the purpose. Imagine what you're doing with it. Dangun or dosan. Somebody's attacking me towards my head height. Block. Punch to counterattack. Block. Punch to counterattack. Blocking my body here. Thrusting my attacker. They catch my hand, I release. Okay, so think each movement what you're doing. But this time, normal speed, full power, great stances. Pretty patterns this time. Hands up for those intermediate positions. Not from down here. No crossing from here. Cross from up here. In front of your chest. Ready. First time out of 2. 100%. 시작. Don't rush. Strong movements. Then the next one. Strong movement. Then the next one. Nice, Mr. Marias. Good, Diogo. Just pull that other hand right back to your hip, Diogo. Pull it right back. 2 hands to punch. That's it, yes. 2 hands for your techniques. Really smack those kicks out there, Nate. Smack them out. If you've finished, go on. If you haven't finished, continue. Alison Rose, a couple of things for you guys. First up, the last 2 movements are in sitting stance. Okay, not L stance, they're in sitting stance in Dosan. They're in L stance in Dangun, but in Dosan, they're in sitting stance. And you look to the target, that's the first thing. The second thing, this is tricky with your wedging block. Kick, keep your hands where they are when you kick, and then land and punch at the same time. 1, 2, 3. So my feet and my hands finish together. 1, 2, 3. Up, 4. Okay? So rather than going kick, land, punch, punch, I want to go kick, land and punch, up, punch. Okay? A little bit to practice. Okay, good. Ask any questions you've got, self-analyze. Because you got one more chance to do it, to get it really, really strong. Okay, ready? Last time. You've had some time to think about it. Last time, what can you do better than you did last time? Good stances, good power, good crossing. Take your time. I don't want to see anybody rushing like this. Take your time. 시작! That's it, Zach. Good. Don't drop your hands between movements. Keep them up. You're dropping down and lifting up again, Zach. That's just keep them up. That's it. Two hands, Diogo. Pull the other hand back to your hip. Both hands work hard. Both hands work hard, not just one hand. Always both hands. Good, Jack, taking your time. Jack, just remember those last two knife hand strikes. Movements 18 and 20. The knife hand strikes, not knife hand guarding blocks at the end there. That's it, yes. Other hand right back to your hip though, Jack. Make sure when you strike, the other hand comes to your hip. Just watch the angle of your top hand, Isabel. Okay, watch the stance, Elijah. Just tidy up there at the end. And when you're finished, bottle. And grab a quick drink, go. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Oh. I want to keep the work rate up. I'm going to give you 10 minutes now to practice your step sparring. So Isabel, you'll be doing one step alone. Some of you will be doing two step alone. Nate, you've got three step sparring alone. You've got two step sparring alone. Yellow belts and white belts have got three step sparring alone. So Nate, do you know your two step? Oh, okay. So just quickly, I run through the book. If you know what you're doing, go and get started. If you don't know your three step sparring or your two step sparring, come and watch the screen and I'll run through it quickly. Okay. Yellow stripes and yellow belts. Three step sparring one way. Three different techniques. Number one, always walking stance, forearm low block to prepare for attack. Middle punch, 1, 2, 3, and return. Then key up. Your defense, 1 in a forearm middle block, 2 in a forearm middle block, 3, and counter attack with flat fingertip thrust. That's number 1. Number 2, the attack is a high punch. 1, 2, 3. The defense is knife hand high block. This is yellow belts and white belts. 2, 3, crosses on top. And your counter attack, you step the back foot forward and do a reverse knife hand strike with that left hand. Okay, boom, coming around this way with your reverse knife hand thumb out of the way. Number 3, your attack, front snap kick. 2, with walking ready stance. And then step back. Your defense, low block, 1, 2, 3, then move the front foot, knife hand side strike. And then return to the ready position. They're your 3 techniques. Green stripes. You can do the same 3 techniques with 1 change for your two-way 3-step sparring. So two-way 3-step sparring, I'm going to go, huh, and then 3 punches forward. Pause, 3 punches backwards. So I attack forwards, then attack backwards. Then for my defense, I might need to adjust my distance. 2, and a forearm block. 1, 2, 3, counter attack. 2, forwards, block. 1, 2, 3, counter attack. 2. Okay, so you do it attack forwards, then backwards, defend backwards, then forwards. That's two-way 3-step sparring. Same thing with the second one, where you're doing the high punch, 3 punches forwards, pause, 3 punches backwards. For your defense, knife hand block, 1, 2, 3, counter. And then from here, you've got to step forward and block. 1, 2, 3, and then step forward and counter. Then return. Okay, so the footwork for the counter attacks is a little bit more tricky. The third one is where we change it. Don't do a front snap kick here. Instead, do a low punch. 1, 2, 3, pause, backwards. 1, 2, 3, return. And then for your defense, low block. 1, 2, 3, move my front foot, knife hand side strike, return my front foot to where it was. Low block, 1 forward, 2 forward, 3 forward, move the front foot, knife hand side strike, and step back. Okay, you've got to realign those feet. So green stripes, you can do your two-way 3-step sparring now. Green belts, Nate, 2-step sparring. You're ready position for two-way 2-step sparring. To attack is forearm guarding block in L stance. So instead of doing forearm low block, you're now going to do forearm guarding block. Okay? You do one hand attack and one foot attack. It'll either be hand foot or foot hand. There's 3 of them to learn. I'll show you the attacks first. The first one's nice and easy. Front punch, middle punch, front kick, low kick. Okay, front punch, front kick. The second one is side kick, usually just about a little bit about aiming for about the solar plexus. Then step about 1 shoulder width and do an L stance side punch. Okay, which is similar to the third movement of Wanyo, but in Wanyo, of course, you're in fixed stance. Here you're doing an L stance. Okay, so once more, number 2 is side kick, step 1 shoulder width, step forward, side punch. That's number 2. So the first one was front punch, front kick. The second one is side kick, side punch. The third one's where you start doing your swingy stuff. So from your knife hand, from your forearm guarding block, you're going to do a knife hand side strike in L stance, coming around the side. And then with your rear leg, you do side turning kick, and then just finish in an L ready stance. So knife hand side strike with your right hand, and then side turning kick with your left foot. Okay, once more for number 3. From here, it is 1 and 2. Now your counter attacks, always from parallel ready stance. The first one, remember I had front punch, front kick. Front punch in a forearm middle block. Front kick, low block. Counter attack, reverse punch. Nice and simple, really easy there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now, do you have this book, Nate, or do you have the one for kids?
I think it's the one on the right.
Which one? Is this one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because this one here tells you what the attacks are, but doesn't tell you what the defenses are. But we've got them on our website. If you search for 2-step sparring on our website, you'll find a page that tells you what the attacks and defenses are anyway. So they're in the book, the senior book, and the kids book. Look on the website. Okay, so for number 2, we had side kick and then side punch. What we're doing for that one, we step back, palm downward block for the side kick, which is solar plexus height. That's why the kick's aimed there. 1. Number 2, we step back and do a knife hand guarding block against that L stance side punch. And then from here, we lift our front leg up, side piercing kick. Just come up under the ribs, under the arms, to take the ribs. Okay? So once more from here, palm downward block, 1. Knife hand guarding block, 2. Lift the front leg, side piercing kick, 3. And then you finish your forearm guarding block to make it tighter. Okay? That's number 2. That's against the side kick, side punch. Now, number 3, this is the tricky one. When the knife hand side strike comes in, we're going to block it with our crescent kick. Okay? So, what we're going to do from here, big step back. Big step. Lift up, block that knife hand side strike. Put your foot down and wait for the side turning kick. When the side turning kick comes in, shift off and do a guarding block. Doesn't matter which side. Doesn't matter which foot goes back. But you want your favorite foot at the back. Because your counter attack with the rear leg is reverse turning kick. Okay? So from here, big step back, crescent kick. Then just put your foot down into like a guarding block. When the side turning kick comes in, shift your favorite foot back into a guarding block. Make sure you shift into a forearm guarding block. Be strong. And then do your reverse turning kick. That'll take a little bit of practice to get your distance right. Finish in a guarding block and then come back. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you got those? I see you taking notes, which is good.
What's the counter attack for the first one again, sir?
Front punch, reverse punch. So the first one is 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy.
Sir, can I go get my charger? My laptop's about to die.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, practicing guys, let's go. Good, Alison Rose, when you're lifting the front leg up for that side kick, remember to lift your knee and foot towards you. Don't lift your heel up behind you because then it looks like a turning kick. Knee towards you so you can step out for your side kick. If you're doing your turning kick, your heel comes back towards you so you can flick out. At the moment, your kick was a little bit between a hybrid. It was a little bit of a cross between the two. Zach, keep the hands up when you kick. Toby, you are wasting time. What's the next bit, Toby? Come on. Watch your body facing in your L stance. Toby, you're side on. You should be half facing. Don't rush, Isabel. Power. Remember to use your body. Okay, so Isabel, a couple of things for that first one to remember. First one, remember that your palm upward block, you have to use two hands. Circle and pull back with the other hand. You were doing this with one hand. Okay, so make sure it's not just one hand. You're going to pull the other hand back. Just like the palm downward block, as it comes upward, the other hand pulls back to the hip. Okay, two hands, very, very important. Palm downward block and palm upward block, very much the same in that regard. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, I had a second thing for you. What was it? Remember that for that first one with the palm upward block, make sure your partner is punching towards your solar plexus, not punching towards shoulder height. Okay, it's not a middle punch. It's a middle section punch, and that's really important because your palm upward block doesn't go higher than your solar plexus. So if their punch is up here, you miss the punch. So they've got to be aiming here so you can block it. So working with your partner, make sure that your partner's aiming here, and when you're doing it by yourself, think, I'm punching solar plexus, not I'm doing a middle punch. It's slightly different. Does that make sense? Cool. Okay, keep going. Couple more minutes, guys. Look awesome. Keep the hands under control. Okay, those of you doing 3-step sparring, just pause for a moment. As you know, there are some examples in the book. Some of you are modifying, which is cool. I like it when you get creative with 3-step sparring. However, a very important thing to remember, your attack and your defense must match. So whatever stance you are in for attack, make sure you're in the same stance for defense. Okay? So if I attack with a walking stance punch, I have to defend in a walking stance. I can't defend in an L stance. If I want to defend in an L stance, I have to have my partner attack in an L stance. They make sure the stances match for the attack and the defense. First you attack, then you defend against yourself. Same stance. Next time you can do something different. Make sense? Cool. And come on. Okay, come and grab a quick drink. And sitting down, left leg out. So even though we've been at home practicing for a couple of months, hopefully you're getting very comfortable with your own syllabus. You know your techniques really well. You know your pattern. You know your step sparring. And when you're back in the dojang, we're just going to partner up and go, okay, I know how to do this. I'm feeling really strong. Now I've got to do it with a partner. That's my goal. Okay, so when you get back in the dojang, we're just working on the partner stuff and everything else is pretty well sorted. and change. Do you make sure you're taking the opportunity to read your syllabus books? It took me a year to write that white belt syllabus book. A little bit longer, actually. So please read it. Same with the self-defense one. That took us about a year or so to write. A little bit longer. And both legs forward. Also keep in mind the disciplines that we're learning when we're training at home. Okay, going through your syllabus handbook and making sure you know all of those movements. I say this in class regularly. Read through your syllabus, and if there are any techniques you don't know, come before class and ask one of your seniors to help you. Okay, we don't necessarily have time in class to think about every student and which movements they've practiced and which ones they haven't. Remember, we've got on our website your syllabus sheets. So make sure before we get back to Taekwondo, you've printed out your own syllabus sheet. So you can go to glendowie.com and search for syllabus. You'll find your grade sheet, print that out, put it in your training notebook, and bring it with you to class. So we can note off when you've practiced particular techniques so you can keep track of which ones you've practiced and which ones you need to work on. And ask your seniors for help putting them together. We want to see those sheets all nice and filled up around pre-grading time. So those disciplines that we're practicing here are reading through the book, knowing the techniques. We've got, of course, on our website, videos of all the fundamental movements of all of your grades, okay, and the COVID-19 classes under the Easter classes. There's one for each grade. Up to red stripe. I ran out of battery when I was trying to do the red belt one, so I couldn't get that one finished. And heels in. Okay, the plan is hopefully one more week in Zoom classes and then back in the Dojang. Very big hope that the government, and yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah, thanks guys for your enthusiasm. I'm really keen. So I'm really hoping that the government increase the size limits. Well, in fact, that Sport New Zealand in particular, increase the class size limits so that we can have decent sized classes. If they are stuck at the current level of 10, it'll be really difficult to make that work. So we need it to be increased to 30, hopefully. But we'll see what happens on the 25th. That's when the next announcement is. It's next Monday. If you haven't seen them also, please go to our website and look at the news page and read the information about the protocols we're putting in place. Okay, because we will have to make some small changes to the way we run classes for COVID-19 around cleaning our equipment, how we enter the Dojang, how we leave, those sorts of things to keep us as close as possible in fact, to meet the requirements of level 2. Okay, lying on your back, feet straight up in the air, open them out. Try and keep those legs straight. And slowly close your legs up. And standing up. Left foot behind. And change legs. And come on. Give your legs a shake. Just turn inside of your uniform. Thank you very much, guys, for supporting these classes. I know it's hard because it's really tough to try and think of or try and keep the exercises interesting when we can't do partner work of any sort. So I really appreciate your support. One more week of this, then we're back into the dojang to do it. I'll look forward to seeing you all next week and then seeing you back in the dojang. So, come here. Take on. Thanks, guys. Hassan, remember to read your stuff. Good work, everyone.
Bye, sir.
Good night, Nate.